What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Shiranui Flame of Team Culture Kings, and we're gonna be playing Subterrors in ranked, and then I'm gonna do a quick little deck overview for you guys like I've been doing for the previous things on the ban list. And I'm playing on my testing account. This is kind of like, I don't want to say it's a throwaway account because that sounds kind of disrespectful, honestly. What the hell? He's playing a Speedroid engine in Blue Eyes. Alright, well, I guess you could play the Speedroid engine in anything that you want. But this is more of a pure build, and pure is a funny word here because obviously this deck and archetype doesn't have enough support to sustain itself, you know what I'm saying, and be quote unquote pure. So we are running like the Brilliant engine, and we're also running Speedroid Terratop, and we're running DOKIDOKI, which is a card that came out in Dark Illusion as a common. If you don't know what it is, hopefully you get to see it in this duel. If not, I'll explain it to you in the deck profile. Excuse me. So the Speedroid engine is pretty much a must play in this deck because it allows you to get Subterror Nemesis Warrior out. Because MX Saver Invoker, which can be made with Speedroids, he can special summon a level 4 or lower Earth Warrior or Beast Warrior type monster, which, you know, Nemesis fits that criteria. So you make Invoker with Nemesis Warrior, and then you go ahead and you do your thing, baby. You get the boy out, right? At this point, there's a ton of different ways that we can go about this. But what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna normal summon Goblinberg, and I'm gonna use this Garnet, which is a throwaway, honestly. And we could make Utopia the Lightning and deal with this Blue Eye shenanigans, which, you know, honestly is probably what we're gonna do. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use our defense position monsters because they're gonna put the least amount of damage on board. Well, they're not gonna put any damage on board. And not only that, but we want Nemesis Warrior as a monster in our grave, so when we do start getting some shenanigans out with Subterrors, he can just revive himself from whenever a Subterror card is flipped face up. Alright, so we did good. We got rid of his alternative. We're doing a ton of damage to him. Probably won't amount to nothing. Watch us get like OTK'd or something like that. And I've been thinking about playing another Utopia monster so I can get 2 attacks, because it's not like extra deck space is extremely tight or anything like that. All right, so he surrendered. I guess he must have bricked. All right. What the fuck is going on? Okay, I guess I guess YGO Pro crashed, so that's the end of that. I guess that's the duel that I'm going to show you guys, and didn't really get to show you much. This is the deck profile, you know what I'm saying? There's some stuff here that you've probably seen, like you've seen the Speedroids and other Subterror builds, like I'm 100% sure, and hopefully you have, because it wouldn't make sense not to run them with Invoker to bring Nemesis out. DOKIDOKI is something that you might not have seen. DOKIDOKI works very well with Subterror Behemoth Stalagmo, and he also works very well with Block Dragon, because not only is he a target for Block Dragon, but also you can discard Behemoth Stalagmo from your hand to special summon one from the deck in face down defense position. And if you have Hidden City, obviously you can flip him face up and you can get the effect off, the trade-in effect. Well, it's a pseudo trade-in effect because obviously you control this card, you know what I'm saying? So we would calculate that in the plus. So we're discarding 1 for 2, and since we still control Stalagmo, it's not like X-Tab, the new Dark Lord, or like the actual card trade-in. It's technically a +1 all of the time, no matter what. So really, really good card. Respectable stats: 2800 attack, 2100 defense. He is level 10, which is also good. You can go into not Gustav Max. Yeah, you could go into Gustav Max, but I like number 81 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Super Dora. And one problem that this archetype has thus far is, well, a couple problems. Number one, Umastrix is a reptile, Stalagmo is a rock, and Nemesis Warrior is a warrior. okay, you're not susceptible to Rivalry of the Warlords, whatever, right? That card's irrelevant now. It's dead. No one plays that shit anymore. They're all different levels. Nemesis Warrior is a level 4, this is a level 7, this is a level 10. So yeah, I guess Konami's trying to shy away from giving every single deck like access to a toolbox, like the rank 3, rank 4, rank 8, or like rank 6, or any XC's toolbox, because XC summoning is an extremely easy summoning condition, you know what I'm saying? So I guess Konami is trying to craft the decks a little bit better and make them so they don't have to rely on XC summoning, because a lot of archetypes you see out here, like all the monsters are level 4, or all the monsters are like level 8, so they just rely very heavily on extra deck and on toolboxes and stuff like that. But with like Cosmo and like now Subterror, it seems like Konami is crafting very intricate and specific decks that can just basically stand on their own. Now, right now, this can't stand on its own because obviously it's a new archetype. But maybe down the line with the new support coming out, because we still have 3 sets worth of support for Subterrors, and the second wave is always the most broken. So whatever we get in Invasion of Venom is probably going to be busted. So if you don't have these cards, like, you should go ahead and get them. Like, the big guys are only like $3. Hidden City's like $11 or $12 right now. And this, I could easily see this card spiking to like $50, you know what I'm saying, depending on how broken they make the second wave of support, because it is a secret rare and it is like a very important part of the deck. The Brilliant Engine is really good with Zirconia, because you can send Block Dragon as well as Gem Knight Garnet. Gem Knight Garnet would obviously be a valid target for Block Dragon, and then if you could banish the 3 Earth targets somehow, which the way this deck plays is it puts resources and stuff into the graveyard, and after you use them, really you don't end up using them again. So making Block Dragon with Zirconia and making a free rank 8 is very useful. I love to go into Titanic Galaxy or Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, depending on, you know, if I'm going first and I can get the combo. I'll obviously make Titanic Galaxy because he's the most useful going first, because he gets a negation. And if I need to attack or I need to get a threat off board, I'll obviously go into Prime Photon Dragon. Spirit of the Fall Wind, this card is really good. It was obviously made for this deck in mind. If this card is normal summon, you could add 1 flip monster from your deck to your hand. Very simple. Level 4, so it gives you, you know, further allows you to make rank 4s. You could special summon it with Goblinberg, but you won't get the effect, or you could just drop it on board with Nemesis Warrior, which you're going to be seeing a lot, because every time you flip a Subterror monster, well, not every time, but once per turn, and hopefully you are flipping a Subterror monster every turn with Hidden City, or, you know, through its own power, you could then go ahead and bring him from the graveyard. So he'll be on the board like quite often, or in the graveyard quite often. So it's pretty easy to make rank 4 plays with him. And anything that you can use to dump him immediately after you make a rank 4, like Cowboy, Abyss Dweller, Castell, something like that, is really good, because if he's not on the board making an XC play anymore, then you want him in the graveyard to return himself. Another card that you see here is Shallow Grave, and the way Shallow Grave works is each player selects 1 monster in the graveyard and special summons it in face down defense position. So now at first you might be wary, you might be like, damn, I'm giving my opponent a free plus, you know what I'm saying, I'm letting him get whatever he wants from the graveyard. But obviously it's going to be face down, so it can't do anything yet. And the thing is, typically you're going to be using Shallow Grave to bring back Umastrix. And if you have Hidden City, right, and you brought back Umastrix, you can just then flip Umastrix and banish whatever he brought back anyway. So in a lot of cases, like, he might go for a very vital monster, and, you know, you got a free Umastrix out if you have Hidden City, and also you banish that vital monster, so it's not a target in the grave for him anymore. And banishing things is very important now, you know what I'm saying? Notice how it says banish and not destroy. That is very important. Obviously it says select. This is an old card, so that would mean that it would target, right? And the last thing I want to talk about is 1-for-1 and Glow Up Bulb. With Nemesis Warrior, Glow Up Bulb and 1-for-1, you can go ahead and you can make Neuteria Beast, which is going to give you control, no spell cards, obviously really good against Pendulum decks, and really against any deck, even against Blue Eyes, assuming they don't have a way to just get Alternative Dragon on the board, like straight up, and blow it up, because other than that, they're going to be relying on spell cards to really get anything going. So yeah, I guess that's the quick deck profile right there. Oh, I'm running 2 Solemn Scolding because I'm obviously not running back row. I'm not saying that this is the best build for the deck. It's definitely not. Right now, Prediction Princess is definitely the most complete and coherent version. But with that said, I wanted to make a quote-unquote more pure version that doesn't just lock down into one other archetype, just so I can test out other techs. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to test out Dokidoki, because if Subterror stay to rock and reptile for the big monsters, then Dokidoki is going to be a lot more relevant. Like right now, it's not too bad because you can search for Stalagmo with Fall the Wind or Hidden City, so you can kind of consistently search him when you need to discard him for Dokidoki, or you could just straight up draw him. So yeah, it's pretty damn good. And also notice that everything in this deck, except for the Speedroids and Spirit of the Fallwind, are Earth type, and that's really for Block Dragon. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the deck profile right there. Let me know what you guys think. Have fun with this. Try this out. Play it. Like I said, I'm not saying it's the best version, but it's definitely the most pure version. It actually relies more on the Subterror monsters than the Prediction Princess does, or the Yugioh one does. And the Ghost Trick one is irrelevant. Don't play that shit. That shit sucks. So rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Share a new flame out.